Spotlight on Australia by Xavier Niz. Australia. Australia is often called the land down under because it lies below the equator. It is the world's smallest continent. Australia covers about 3 million square miles, 7.8 million square kilometers. It is just a little smaller than the United States. But Australia is the largest island in a group of islands called Oceania. Equator. An imaginary line around the middle of Earth. Continent. One of Earth's 7 large land masses. Continents of the world. Australia. North America. South America. Europe. Africa. Asia. Antarctica. Fast facts about Australia. Population 21,515,754. Number of independent nations 1. Largest cities: Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide. Longest river: Darling, 1,702 miles, 2,739 kilometers. Highest point: Mount Kosciuszko, 7,310 feet, 2,228 meters above sea level. Lowest point: Lake Eyre, 49 feet, 15 meters below sea level. States and territories of Australia. Climate. Australia's climate ranges from hot, wet areas to dry deserts. Northern Australia is tropical. About 60 inches, 152 centimeters of rain falls during the wet season. Australia's outback is the driest part of the continent. This desert area gets less than 10 inches, 25 centimeters, of rain each year. Southern Australia has warm summers and cold winters. Climate. The usual weather that occurs in a place. Tropical. Warm and wet. Landforms. The Great Dividing Range towers over Australia's flat land. The Darling River flows from these mountains. It joins the Murray River, which begins in the Australian Alps. Little water flows in the deserts that cover Western Australia. The Great Sandy, Gibson, and Great Victoria deserts are found there. Landforms of Australia. Legend. Highest point. Mountains. River. Plants. Trees grow all over Australia. In wet areas, eucalyptus trees grow tall. These trees are short in dry areas. Palm and fig trees grow along Australia's wet north coast. Tree ferns grow on the rainy east coast. Tough grasses and shrubs go months without rain in western deserts. When it does rain, colorful flowers bloom. Animals. Australia is home to many unique animals. Australia's emus don't fly, but these large birds run fast. Kangaroos hop across deserts, while koalas sleep in eucalyptus trees. These marsupials live only in Australia. The Great Barrier Reef off the east coast of Australia is home to many sea creatures. Here, colorful rabbitfish swim past giant clams. Marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. Reef, a strip of rock, coral, or sand near the surface of the ocean. People. Other than Antarctica, Australia is the least populated continent. Only about 20 million people live there. Aborigines were Australia's first people. Europeans began moving to Australia in the 1700s. Australians speak English, although some people still speak native languages. Native, having to do with original people who lived in an area. Population density of Australia. Living in Australia. Most Australians live in apartments or houses. Many houses include outdoor areas for barbecues. Many people in Australia live in cities near the coast. Sydney is Australia's largest city. Other people farm along the Murray River. Australia and the world. Around the world, people wear jewelry and use metal made from Australia's minerals. Many of the world's opals and diamonds come from Australia. Bauxite from Australia is used to make aluminum. Australian skill at water sports is known worldwide. Australia has some of the world's best surfers, swimmers, and sailors.